Back to the Makers Gonna Learn YouTube channel. We are so happy to be here.
It is a phenomenal, let's talk about how beautiful it is outside. At least for us.
The weather is weathering. Okay.
It's like the seasonal depression is gradually lifting.
It's lifting, people. It's lifting. I can feel it in the air.
In my bones, I can feel it. But what we're creating today, I think you all are truly going to adore, especially if you are into the chinoiserie style that is, it's been around forever, guys.
Yeah,
obviously.
It's very much a timeless thing. So while it's trending right now, this chinoiserie, I guess it's from China.
It's chinoiserie.
It originated in China. So I would think chinoiserie, yeah. Anyways, that's kind of the vibe that we're going for today. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's the like blue and white pottery. You see like a lot of vases have this like blue and white, almost, I don't even know what you call it. It's just a certain style of art.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to be kind of incorporating into this card today. But also we're going to be using watercolor pens with the Cricut. So if you don't know how to paint, you don't know how to draw, what we're going to be doing is using the Cricut to draw our designs, and then we're going to actually like paint it on so it looks hand painted.
Yeah.
So
I think you all are really going to love this technique, and especially if you, let's say you bought some watercolor Cricut markers and you're like, I don't know really what to do with them. This is a great example of one of the things that you could do with them. So before we dive in, we do have to talk about some upcoming things, and number one is the fact that boot camp is a week and a half away.
Oh yeah, not next week, but the next.
Not next week, but the next week is our National Craft Month boot camp. And if you guys have not already signed up, you need to go ahead and do that. Sadie, if you could drop the link for boot camp sign up, make sure you click the link that Sadie is dropping. That's going to be for you to sign up for boot camp. If you haven't already, all this does is it is going to prompt you to give us your email address. Once you give us your email address, guys, we're gonna send you the files and the supply list and the cut files, all that we're gonna be using next week. We already have it ready to go. It'll go straight to your inbox as soon as you sign up. So make sure that you get signed up to get those cut files and be ready, get your supplies ready, because boot camp this year is gonna be good.
Yes, it's a good one. If you all are members already, you're gonna receive an email before we actually start the boot camp in a week, the week after next. So keep an eye on your emails if you're looking for that supply list. I don't think they went out yet.
Yeah, we have.
Have they went out already?
We've sent a couple emails that has the boot camp supply list in it. So you can already check. Even if you are part of our ecosystem and you want it now, you can still go ahead and click that link. It's not going to change anything, and it'll just automatically prompt you to get that supply list and cut files.
Yes.
Also, if you've not been around the channel and let's say you are new here or you've been here for a while, hi, welcome back. We have added a new tier to membership, and we can't get started unless we talk about it. And that is MGL Plus. It is one of those things that I feel like a lot of people have asked, and a lot of times when new people come in, they're like, oh, well, do I get this course and do I get that course? And in years past, we would always just create courses as one-off courses that you could buy separately from membership. However, we did kind of change our membership tiers, and now we have added a top tier. Like, it is a little bit more pricey than our regular yearly membership, but it's still the deal that you get if you decide to go MGL Plus is worth it 1000%, because you are getting access to every single course that we have ever created in the past. Plus, as long as your membership stays active, you will continue to get every course that we release. And right now, we are running an amazing deal on that, giving you $75 off. And not only that, but grandfathering you in at that price. Yeah,
it's a really good deal, you guys. And this is for all of you that are constantly like, every time we put out a course, you're like, I want it, I want it. This is the membership tier that you're going to want to live under. If you are someone who's wanting to get all of those courses, that includes the sublimation course, Maker U, golly.
So many. Digital design for creatives, so many different ones.
So it really allows you to get access to our full website and really use all of those courses that we've put together. So super fun. Sadie's dropping the link in the chat if you guys want to sign up for that. And it's also in the description if you guys are wanting to watch or if you're watching this during the replay. So
one other thing that I want to make sure that we're aware of, if you're already a Maker's Gonna Learn member and you want to upgrade to that plus, what we have done is you can kind of bundle bundle the discount. If you have paid for your year, what we're gonna do if you want to upgrade to MGL Plus is you're gonna get credited what you have already paid. If you have any questions specifically concerning your account, make sure you always ask at hi@makersgonnalearn.com. They can help you, but upgrading right now might be the time to do it if you're on the fence.
Yes, I agree. Okay, well, with that being said, we've got our housekeeping stuff done. Let's go craft.
Let's craft.
Let's craft away. Okay, let me show you guys what we're making today. I think it's just so cute. This is giving like classy Easter vibes.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So this is like a little Easter egg card, and look, that ribbon really does it for me. I just think it's such a cute element.
And honestly, Alicia and I were talking about this earlier. I truly feel like the thumbnail picture doesn't do this card justice. Like, you have to see it on camera.
Yeah, and I'm hoping it's translating well on camera.
It is. It is. Okay. I'm looking at it. It looks really, really good.
Okay. I love it. You can obviously wear, we were talking about the chinoiserie. This is that style of art. It's like a old traditional Japanese style of art. I'm sorry, Chinese style of art. And I just think it's so beautiful. The blue is one of the standout factors. They typically use this like blue ink, and we just kind of tied in that blue in the ribbon. So what we're going to do is recreate this today. And what we're mainly going to be talking about are the Cricut watercolor marker and brush sets. So these are the Cricut watercolor pens, and the way that they work is they will actually draw as if it were a regular pen. Let me open one of these so you can really see what's going on here. So they look like a fine point marker or like a felt tip marker, maybe not super fine, like a medium. And this is a 1 millimeter in the color brown. I don't know if they have thinner or thicker ones. They don't have a whole lot of options for these. They kind of give you all the colors of the rainbow, and then some neutral colors, but we're going to be using those in our Cricut machine. We are using the Maker 4 today, but you can do this on any of the Cricut machines. I want to say, since the Joy takes bigger markers, right? The Joy marker holder is like bigger, like fatter than this, or is it smaller? I was gonna say if it's bigger, because I don't know why I think that the Joy markers are fatter. Anyways, I'm thinking if for some reason it's not fitting, you can always wrap a rubber band around it. We kind of did that here with this one. If you need to like make it fit into your machine. Anyways, they will work with the Maker and Explore series. I know for show. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we've got to have our watercolor pens. You could recreate this if you just had regular Cricut pens, and you wouldn't get the watercolor effect, but you can still add the design, and the design is chef's kiss. You're also going to need some watercolor paper. Now this is an A5 size, so it's a little bit smaller than like normal, but whatever you have on hand, watercolor paper is going to work the best for these watercolor markers because that's what it's meant for. You'll see that watercolor paper has a slightly different texture than normal paper. It's just kind of rugged. It's made to kind of absorb the paint and the water, but not in the wrong ways, right? It's there to make it look good. So watercolor paper, watercolor markers, you're gonna need some cardstocks. We, of course, are using Ashley Falco's Celebration Warehouse. This is just a standard white cardstock, and this is her gold foil cardstock that cuts like butter. She has silver as well if you're into silver. And she also has like a rainbow, kind of like those opalescent holographic colors. So check those out. We've linked her Celebration Warehouse in the description. Make sure if you guys buy anything to use our discount code. It's MGL, so you can get a discount on your cardstock. Mm-hmm. I think it's like a fat percentage.
20%.
Yeah, 20%. That's pretty big. Okay, so now we've got all of our stuff. Oh, did I say ribbon and a scoring stylus? You need ribbon, like coordinating ribbon, and you're gonna need your scoring stylus. I'd also recommend a hot glue gun for your ribbon. And you know what? While we're talking about it, I'm gonna plug it in because if I don't, I'll forget. I just know how I am. I know y'all do the same thing. You're like, dang it, you get to the part where you need the hot glue and you haven't even turned it on. I get so frustrated.
Jäger.
Okay, and what's really cool about this project is that we put this file together and it's ready to go. It's ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys everything that you need to do. This is kind of on share screen. This is kind of the point we wanna get to. I'm gonna show you how to get there, okay? So I'm just gonna delete this out. We're gonna start from the top and I am going to open up our Maker's Gonna Learn website and I'm gonna show you guys how to download this file from the website and then pull it into Cricut. And y'all are gonna be like, man, that's so easy. I could make 100 of these. Let's go to cut files. And I cannot remember the name of this file. Egg card. Egg card, maybe.
Egg?
Is this an egg, not an egg to you?
It's called oval egg card.
Okay, good. So you don't get an egg, this doesn't look like an egg to you?
No.
It literally looks like an egg.
I mean, it's shaped like an egg, but it's an oval. Eggs are oval.
This is oval.
I understand, but I would have called it not an egg card.
Well, okay.
That's the last thing I would have called it. I would have called it like a scalloped oval card.
To be fair, this came in with a bunch of other egg files last month.
Okay, cool,
or this month. So
Okay,
I think that's why. Like it's meant to be on an egg.
Okay, cool.
Okay, anyways, oval egg. Oval egg card. Let's go there. Okay. Oval egg.
Oval scalloped card sounds so much.
We probably should change the name. What would you guys call this? Tell us in the comments. Okay, oval egg card. Here we go. So when you find the file, we're going to just click this little downloadable icon. Now, the link is in the description. So if you're watching the replay and you're like, did they rename it? Go to the link in the description and just click that. It'll take you straight to the file. You don't have to come and search oval egg card on our website. Okay, it's gonna pop into our recent downloads and I'm going to open up that folder and you can see the zip file is just sitting right there. Now, if you need to unzip this and you're on a PC, you may have to right click and then extract. But if you're on a Mac, you can just double click it and it'll unzip the folder. So leave your little finder open. This box is your finder and we're gonna go over to Cricut Design Space and I'm just gonna pop that open. And then once you're on here, you're gonna come over to upload and then you're gonna hit upload image and then we're gonna drag and drop. So go back to your finder and just click it or your file explorer. This would be your file explorer if you're on a PC. And I'm gonna click and drag that SVG in, okay? And then we're going to select continue and upload.
I guess in my head, the reason that I didn't think egg is because I think this would be a beautiful addition for a beautiful card to give.
Like a host gift?
Like a host gift or like a bridal shower.
Yes. But
like,
now that I think it's an egg, I couldn't give it for a bridal shower.
Oh, I could, because I still don't think I don't look at it as an egg.
Oh, honestly, it's prettier not as an egg.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if I didn't think it was an egg, I'd be like, that's a beautiful oval scalloped card. I'm just kidding.
But it's too late. Now you think about it as an egg.
Yeah, it's like whenever they show you an image, it's like, which image do you see first? I see an egg and Lauren and Sadie see a scalloped oval. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, so we have pulled our image into Design Space. So once it gets in here, there's a couple little tweaks that you have to make, and this is typical for paper projects, especially if there's multiple layers, and especially if there are multiple different operations. So when I say operations, I mean we have to cut it, we have to draw it, and we have to score it. So you're gonna be learning how to cut, draw, and score on your Cricut today. This is actually a really good beginner tutorial on the basic operations of a Cricut because we're gonna be going over all of them.
Yep.
And it's like super simple too, okay? So the file's going to come in all together. I know it's all together right now because over here there's only one layer, and then our little group button is highlighted. So when you hover over it, it's going to pop up an ungroup dialog box, and that's how I know that this is grouped together. So you can even hit this little arrow down and you can see all of the sub layers underneath it. I want to kind of detach everything. So I'm going to ungroup it. So up here where those two little squares are, you're just going to click ungroup, and you can see now we have each of our layers showing, right? So if I click over here and I click on one element, it doesn't move all together. They're all kind of separate. Okay? So all we've done is pull our image in and ungroup it. Next, we need to change our drawing to not be a basic cut. So it comes in as a basic cut. That is the only way Cricut will allow us to upload this entire file this way. So you want to make sure if it says basic cut, you're going to come up here to the operation drop down menu, and we are going to change this to pen because this is the design that we're going to be drawing on with our Cricut watercolor pens. Okay, this is what tells Cricut, hey, you need to be writing this, not cutting it. We have to tell Cricut what to do and let it work for us. Now, we need to put this onto white cardstock. The file comes in different colors just so you know the different layers, but this is going to be going on a piece of white cardstock, okay? And I'm going to actually click, drag, and select the design and the oval, and I'm going to go to align and center. And actually, that doesn't make it that centered. Does that look off to you?
No, it does.
Okay.
It looked centered where
This is why I use my eyeballs all the time, because I'm like, that's wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to center it on there where I think it should go. That's good for me.
I think that's good.
That's good. Okay, and then, so you can't just stop there, because I want to show you all what would happen if we go to the Make It screen. If I was like, okay, I put my design on here exactly where I want it, now I can go make it. I want to show you guys what happens just so I can really show you how it ends up. So here's our design, and then here's the little white piece that we thought we attached it to. We didn't. So we need to go back, just cancel. You need to make sure you're attaching your design to the shape that's getting cut out. So you're going to click and drag to select both layers. I know they're both selected because they're in the layers panel. They're both highlighted in green. And then we are going to attach this way. Okay, we're not flattening, we're not uniting, we are attaching. So the Cricut will cut around the egg and it'll draw in exactly where we want it on the egg. Okay, or the oval, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And so now we've got our little piece. I want to show you all what this looks like. Arrange, send to back. Perfect. So it's going to look something like that. Okay. Now, let's go. Now, I want to zoom into this really quick because this seems a little... It's going to be cutting it really close to get this lined up. Like, I'm going to have to line this up perfectly to get it there. So I think I'm going to add an offset. Do you see what I'm saying?
What?
Look how close the border is to the inside border of that circle. I feel like it needs to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Why don't we just make it a little bigger?
Yeah.
You could add an offset and like attach the two layers, but I'm just making this like a hair bigger. Because I want it to touch the edges. I even actually like how that looks better.
Yeah.
Because it feels like that whole area. Okay. Cool.
The only thing is with your watercolor pen, it might fall underneath the frame just a little bit, some of your floral, but like if you're trying to take up the whole area, if you want it to look less like an egg, it will.
Yeah. And, you know, you could upsize your oval and then shrink this down just a hair. So you got a little bit more wiggle room because we don't want the watercolor coming under this rim of our border. And then
is the image crooked in any way?
Not on purpose. I mean, the image might be crooked from the
actual making of it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine.
Let's see. Does that look better? I tilted it.
I can't tell.
Okay.
We just had people asking in the comments.
We're going to lower the image and straighten it out. Everybody's stressing about it. Okay, I see you guys. I hear you. We're going to attach it. That's how it's going to look. And then when I send it to the back, when I send this to the back, send the whole thing back. There you go. I know that white's going to kind of go underneath the lip of the scalloped frame. Okay. I know you guys want me to do it a little bit more. You're just going to have to do that yourself. It looks good to me.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied. Okay. Now we've done our little egg shape, right? We need to work on our card. Let me move this out of the way. So your yellow card, or your golden card, is going to have your little score line right here. But if I click on that line right now, it's telling us what? It's a basic cut, right? So we need to change that to a score. Otherwise, it's going to slice our card right in half. We don't want to be wasting cardstock, so make sure to change that to score. And again, we have to tell Cricut where to score. Just sitting it on top of the card is not telling Cricut anything. It's not a command unless we tell it to attach. So I'm going to select both of these, and I'm going to hit attach. So now this is all one piece. It's going to cut our card out, and it's going to score it down the middle. This is going to cut this out, and then it's going to draw our design. And then this is for the back of the card. If you're wanting to add a ribbon, we're going to actually add this piece onto the back of the front piece. And then I'm going to actually duplicate this, and this can go on the inside. And these will both be cut out of white cardstock as well. So I'm going to go ahead and select them both and change them to white. Now, every time we make a card, y'all are like, how do you write on the inside? So I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. Very similar to this drawing situation. We're just going to open up a text box, and I am going to write Happy Easter because this looks like an egg to me. And from there, I need to change it to a sketch font. So we're going to go to our system fonts. I'm going to type in Sketch. We have a ton of these fonts on our website.
So if you aren't familiar, while she's picking one out, what our sketch fonts are those are what we like to call monoline fonts, meaning we have taken our regular fonts and made them to where you can actually draw with your Cricut. So if you are looking for fonts that you can write with your Cricut, go to our website, search sketch fonts, and anything labeled a sketch font is going to you're going to be able to write with it.
Yeah. So I have just put in the text that I want, and then from there you can see whenever you first write it out, it's changing the operation to basic cut. We need to change it to pen. Okay. And then we're going to select all of that, and we are going to attach it. You can write something much more eloquent than just Happy Easter if you want to, but that's what we're going to use right now. Okay, we have what?
One thing I just do want to remind you, because you do have those two inside pieces as white and the watercolor paper is white, it's going to put it all on one mat, but you're cutting it out of two different types of material. Watercolor paper, regular paper.
Yeah, that's very true.
So,
well,
we could just show them how to move it to a different mat.
Yeah.
By keeping it white.
Okay.
There we go.
We can do that. Okay, so let's go to, we're on the Maker 4, let's go to Make It. And then we're going to select On Mat and confirm. And this is what Lauren was talking about. So this one right here is being cut out of watercolor paper. These are being cut out of white cardstock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of these, and I'm going to hide them. We're just going to hide them. We'll come back and cut them in a minute. And then this is our gold piece right here.
Or you can, because I don't know, can you unhide them now?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Where's the other one?
Right here. Honestly, you guys, I could probably put my just white cardstock on one side and then do my watercolor paper on one side. Let's see if we can fit it. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we will put our little piece of our watercolor. This mat is not it. I pulled that out earlier, and now I'm like, no. That's not it either. Oh, I think this one's good. Okay, so you can use a light grip or a standard grip mat for this. I wouldn't use a brand new standard grip mat, or it's going to be super sticky. So I'm just going to put my watercolor paper here. Okay, and it is smaller, so make sure your designs are not bigger than your paper. I'm going to burnish this down, and I'm going to tape it because it's thick and it makes me nervous. Got some painter's tape. You don't want anything super sticky. And I'm just gonna honestly add a couple little pieces around the edges just to help me feel better about myself.
Watercolor paper is thicker than your standard. It's just got a little bit of a different texture. It just allows those watercolor pigments to
attach. Yeah, it just looks better. You can tell a difference. I mean, y'all can try to use non-watercolor paper and see what you think about it, but I think it does better on watercolor paper. There's a hair stuck to the mat. Story of our life.
Another reason why I was saying to move it to a different mat was just to show them how to do it, but also because I do think you might have to cut it on a different cut setting.
Yeah, that's very possible.
But maybe not. We can see.
We're gonna find out together.
We fitting to find out.
So I'm gonna scooch this up just a little bit.
Yes, the score line has been fixed. It is not a cut, it is a score. We did that earlier in the tutorial.
Yeah. I'm just adding a crease here so I can chop this off. And you know, this is one of those things where, like, in terms of hiding the design and moving it, that's gonna all be up to you guys.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna cut this on heavy cardstock, and it's just gonna be heavier cut on this, and it'll be fine.
Right.
I am gonna add tape though. Okay. Just a few little pieces will do. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now, let's go back to design space. So from here, and actually before I go, I just want to show you guys what Lauren was saying about moving things on the mat. If you didn't know, if you want to move to another mat entirely, you can literally just select whichever elements that you want to move, hit those 3 dots, and instead of hiding it, you can move it
And
to a
select
different mat.
new. No, you can select new mat.
Oh, I see. I never do that.
Yeah, that's why I was wanting you to show them, because you can add a 3rd, 4th, 5th, however many mats you want.
Okay, let's just add.
You can just add a new white one, a second white
And then
mat.
it confirm, and then it moved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. So this is really good. If for some reason these don't cut out, that should be how I would do it. I'm going to move them back though, because I already set my mat up. Okay, that's really cool. Thank you for telling me that.
You're welcome. The only reason I was like being adamant about it is because I too also forgot that I could click that new mat up until like a month or so ago.
I mean, it's always sitting there, but I never use it. It's always sitting there,
but I never use it. And it was one of those things that I don't have to move it to an existing mat. I can create a new mat.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Continue. It's going to connect to our machine, which is not on. Let's scoot her back. Okay. Okay.
So we did have a friend ask, has anyone ever had the rubber piece that rotates the feeder on the maker stretch and get stiff? Yes, that's actually a concern for quite a few people. I've seen a few people that have had to try to change those rubber pieces out because it wouldn't pull the mat in. So if that's happening to you, there are ways that you can fix it, but it is complicated. Complicated.
Yeah.
Like it's taking your whole machine apart.
Right.
Unfortunately.
It's a little stressful.
I wish there was a better way to do it.
Okay, so I'm going to use, I said heavy cardstock, but I meant heavy watercolor. So we have this, which I don't think we're using 140 pounds. Well, actually, it'll probably tell me.
Yeah, it probably is. If it's watercolor paper.
300 GSM would be what? Oh, that's it, 140 pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're going to cut it on. So y'all know I've got a piece of medium weight cardstock, and then I have my watercolor paper. I'm cutting on the heavier setting. We're just going to do it. I think it's going to be just fine. And then I'm going to hit done. And then it's going to tell me to load a black pen in to my Cricut this is going to be for the...
This is another issue because you have writing black and blue on the
but
same.
But you know what? You can change the color. So if I would have to change the colors.
You'd have to go back to matte.
Yeah. Let's just do it. So we need to change the colors because I don't want it writing on my in. Actually, I could just write with the watercolor pen on the inside of my card. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, we're not going to go back. But if you wanted to do 2 different colors, you can change the colors. And I can show you guys after we finish because I don't want to confuse you. So we're going to load in our watercolor pen right here to clamp A. And I am using the blue. Oh my gosh, I don't want to mark on this new Cricut. We haven't used this clamp yet, have we? I don't think we have.
Nope.
And then I've got my fine point blade in. And now we're going to load our machine. This thing is so fast, you all.
We have people asking if we have a video on how to add a new rubber piece to your Cricut. We don't currently. Maybe we'll try to add one, but it's
like you need to send it off.
Well,
we're not technicians, you know.
I mean, it is a very mechanical process and there are very clear instructions. There was one video I saw on YouTube. There was some guy that explained it very well, I might add. But
like how to take it apart and stuff?
Very well on how to take it apart, what each piece does. I cannot remember the name of the video or I would shout him out. Let me see if I can try to find it and I'll tell you what page it is. The one that I found that I thought was the best.
You guys know that I plugged my hot glue gun and did not even turn it on, but it's on now. And also this Cricut watercolor pen set comes with the little watercolor paintbrush. So it's got this pen, and I don't know if y'all can see that bubble, but there is water inside of there, and you just pull this lid off and it comes out of the brush. Isn't that so cool? Kind of squeeze it a little bit, get some more water out. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be using to paint. I can't wait. Y'all know I love painting.
Okay, so the one that I watched that I thought did a really good job at explaining.
This is not even drawing, in case you guys are I felt it click in though. I felt it.
Interesting. The one that I watched, the channel name is the Zim Video. The ZIMVIDEO. The title of it is Cricut Maker Rubber Pressure Roller Repair. Easy Fix DIY.
What a mouthful.
Yeah. But anyway, it's like if you just search how to replace the rubber piece on a Cricut, it's like the 3rd video down for me. But that one was a really good one, and I can tell it's the one that I was watched because it has my watch time on there. And I'd almost finished the video.
It's going. Okay, I wish that you guys could see this because I love watching the Cricut write. If you ever took AutoCAD or drafting in like high school or even in college, it's very similar to that, like the plotter machine that you use. That was my favorite thing. Well, I actually did it in middle school, and we would draft house layouts. Oh my gosh, I could do it all day long. It was like my favorite. And then you get to draw it out on the big like blueprints or whatever. I loved it.
One thing I do want to, a disclaimer for those that are thinking about taking their Cricut apart. I mean, if it's out of warranty, it's out of warranty. Go ahead, have at it. But if your Cricut is within warranty and that happens, you might can get it fixed, but once you take it apart, you can't. Like they won't fix it.
But that's why you need to reach out to customer service first before you try to do it yourself.
Unless it, like I said, unless it's a legacy machine that's just way out, whatever. Kim said, one of our friends, Kim said, I worked in technology for years and took apart computers, but changing that roller about did me in. That's how, like, we started the attempting process, I think, at one point, and Brooks even tried it on his wife's Cricut, I think, and
he's very tech savvy.
He's very, I don't know. I mean, it is doable. It is 100% doable. But
a lot of times Cricut, like if it's something that they can't just fix right off the bat, they'll just send you a new Cricut. I'm just saying. I have called about machines before and they'll FaceTime you. Like they will straight up get on the phone with you and walk you through fixing it and stuff. And one time we did that and it wouldn't fix and they sent us a whole new machine. So
I would definitely reach out and see if they can assist you first before trying it yourself. We did have somebody, and I want to talk about this. Somebody asked us how we are liking the Maker 4. Are we in love with it? They have FOMO. Yes, I mean, it's a great machine, don't get me wrong. Is it really different than the Maker 3? No.
It's just faster.
It's just a little bit faster.
I mean, y'all, that's literally it.
And okay, we've got a video coming out tomorrow, but let's just go ahead and pre-talk about it. Why not? Mm-hmm. There are 3 main differences in these machines. One of them being it cuts faster, and let's talk about how much faster it cuts. Matless cutting went from, I think the matte cutting for the Maker is what the speed, like it has more speed. It went from like 5 feet per second to 10 feet per second on matte cutting, so it is faster, clearly. Cool. It ain't quieter though, I'll tell you that right now.
No, definitely not quieter.
It is not quieter.
Oh, thank God.
The other thing is obviously the colorway. And it did actually debut at a cheaper price than the Maker 3.
Mm-hmm. Like
the Maker
$30 less.
$30 or something. The Maker 3 debuted at $429. This machine has come out at $399. And they say there's
more precision
because of new technology, but
I mean, your Cricut's pretty
I've
precise.
not seen a difference.
Yeah. I'm curious about like with print and cuts and things like that. How
now there may be more precision with print and cuts for sure.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've noticed is they have already stopped selling the Maker 3 on the Cricut website. Already.
Why? That's weird.
It is you can only purchase certified refurbished machines on the Cricut website now. So I think they're strictly just replacing the Cricut 3 with the Cricut 4.
Yeah.
Like and that's the same for Explorer and Maker. You cannot buy an Explorer 3 on the website. You cannot buy a Maker 3 on the website. I think it's just a machine upgrade, and it's just upgrading a few little fixes, but nothing else is new other than the new colors.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts.
Okay, I have a little hack for you guys. If you have foiled vinyl or foiled paper, really in particular, and you want to burnish it down, you don't have a brayer, I like to put paper over top of it and bray it down like this because it will scratch the far out of your foiled cardstock sometimes if you have like a rough edge on your brayer. Oh, a little hack there for you. Ooh. Okay, look. I barely scraped it, and look at it. It left a mark. I accidentally scraped it. It's okay. We're not using that part. Okay. Let's cut this on medium cardstock. And it wants me to put the scoring wheel, but I'm going to use the scoring stylus. So you're just going to go to Edit Tools, hit Scoring Stylus, and hit Apply. Okay. And then we are going to load this in. And I need to put my stylus in. I should have done it before it started measuring. Okay, I think it's in there. And then we're going to hit the go button.
Are we working on beta or live version of Design Space? I don't even know.
Probably beta if I had to
We would
guess.
have to go into the settings and see. We really don't know.
Yeah.
We also had somebody ask, that's Michelle. If there are any new adaptive tools on the horizon. I don't know, maybe. But I will say this, there is no more added pressure. There's no more like, okay, that's cutting pretty quick. Ching, 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 ching.
It sounds like the Venture. Okay, it says it's done, but I don't believe it. I'm thinking maybe, okay.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I guess we got proven wrong.
I guess it's done.
Listen, I'm not saying that we obviously love the new color. We love the machine. The machine has been we've used it 2 times. This is the second time using it, but so far it's been great and fast and precise, and we love it.
Yeah.
But honestly, we don't expect anything less from Cricut.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna make good machines.
Yeah. Period. Look how cute. It's already looking so cute. Okay. So now we've got our little ribbon. I'm going to actually go ahead and cut our ribbon. Okay. So we're just cutting. I'll tell you how long it is. Should we play our game or we guess how long it is?
Yeah.
Lauren? Oh, mine, I already know what mine is.
14 inches.
Oh, 18.
You think, oh yeah, hold on. This is 12. I'm gonna say 16.
Okay, Lauren says 16 for our ribbon length, and I say 18. We're gonna measure it. Where's my handy dandy measuring? My handy dandy notebook. Whoa, guys.
We're way off?
24.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We were way off.
My skills went away.
Two rulers. That didn't look like two rulers to me.
No, not at all. It's the blue, obviously. Okay, so we cut a piece of ribbon, 24 inches, and we are going to start adhering our pieces. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put in our insert piece, and
what are you looking for? What do I need to go get?
I don't want to attach it with hot glue.
Okay.
Like ATG or just a double-sided gun. Double-sided adhesive gun.
Okay. Cool.
I don't want to attach this with glue. I try not to use a lot of heat, especially on this foiled cardstock. It gets so bendy, like it bends up really bad. So I just need to kind of throw that back. We're going to glue that on with double-sided adhesive.
This is all we got.
It's fun. What's wrong with it?
I don't know if it works.
It does. It works just fine.
Okay. I was just looking for the adhesive because I don't think it's sticky. I don't even know where our ATG gun is.
I think it's good. Okay, here we go. I don't love this white with the inside color of the card, but, you know, we're just going to roll with it. So this is just a double-sided adhesive gun. Like a tape gun, basically. Okay. Now that that's in, we are going to, let's go ahead and watercolor this before we add it in. Yeah, we're going to watercolor it first. So we've got our little piece right here. I've got my watercolor brush. So like I said earlier, this has water here and then it comes out the tip. You guys can't see that, but I can see the water coming off. And all you're going to need to do is come in here and you're going to start going right over top of these lines. Okay. And you're just going to completely paint over all of it. And it starts to look like a watercolor painting. I love it. I just think this is such a pretty way to add a little bit more of a sentimental touch. Oh my, this is relaxing.
ASMR. Now would be a great time to ask your questions if you have any questions so far.
I love watercolor. I used to not like watercolor. Like when I was really into painting, I did not do watercolor. I didn't like the style that much. But I've grown to
the style of
really,
watercolor?
Yes.
I think watercolor is one of my favorite styles of painting. It is one of the hardest ways. I think painting with watercolor takes a lot of practice and a lot of time and patience.
It's really pretty. I really like it now. I don't know why I didn't used to like it very much. So you can go directly over these lines. Some of them I'm kind of like shading in. I'm gonna let y'all decide how much creativity you want to put into it. You can kind of stick to the lines or you can kind of add in your own shading or whatever. It's going to be pretty even if you just do it this way. Okay. It would be fun to have like a girls' night and just do watercolor painting. Mm-hmm. Like just do some cutie little watercolors.
You know we got the supplies, girl. Just pop on over.
We got them. You got them.
Yeah.
Does your mom have watercolor?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That has been her, she's actually done a couple really good watercolor paintings.
I think you showed me a couple that she's done.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So we've got people asking, do the pens come in different colors? So the actual Cricut brand watercolor pens, they come in your basic colors, blue, green, yellow, red, black, brown. It's just like basic standard colors.
Yeah.
You do not add color to the water pen.
Nope, it's just water. It's just going over top of what we drew on here.
Yeah. With watercolor, if you've never worked with watercolor before, that is why we're using watercolor paper, because watercolor paper is more fibrous and the water doesn't like seep into the paper and ruin it. It allows the paint to spread more and look like watercolor images. So once you have done this, you are going to have to set it aside for a minute and possibly let it dry.
Yep.
Do you want me to go grab you a little bitty baby heat gun just to dry it faster? Or are you afraid that's going to curl it?
I think it would curl it, and I think it won't take that long to dry. Like, I think the parts I've painted already are almost dry. So we good.
And the thing about this is you can shade areas if you wanted to drag some of that color up to shade some of these areas. It's going to be completely up to you. This is where a little bit of an artistic style comes into it afterwards.
Yes. And you don't have to, like, if you just want to follow the lines, it'll still look really good. I'll also say, if you all want more of these monoline images, so these are really good for painting and drawing with your Cricut, we have a whole section of monoline images on our website. So if you go to Maker's Gonna Learn, you can just search monoline, and it's going to give you a bunch of really cute monoline files. This is so cute. I like to fill in some of these leaves. Like, I think they look cute. If you want to add it, make some of the shading extra dark, you can let it dry and go back in for a second coat, and it'll kind of add like another layer of paint. This is so cute. Okay, I'm going to fill my leaves in. I think that looks really cute. Because I had kind of shaded them, but I like it filled all the way in. And then we're just going to let it dry for a second. Look how pretty.
I know.
Was my big old bun in the way the whole time? I hope not.
No, it wasn't. You could see.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Ooh, that's so cute. I love it. Now, when that dries, this is going to be going behind it to kind of like seal it in, right? And then this one is the one that's going to go here. Part of me is like, glue it. Glue it now. Okay.
I mean, I would just add the glue to the frame at the front, so that way you know
Just
exactly.
Stick it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Add it.
So
do as we say, not as we do. Let your watercolor image dry.
Yeah. YOLO though. Here we go.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Oh, they're telling you missed a flower.
Y'all know how
Is
I
it
am.
not even on?
It's warm.
Oh, it's
Did you
that
hear it?
one. It's that one. Yeah, you're going to have to let it sit for a
You
minute.
better warm up. Well, okay, here we go. We got to let our hot glue gun warm up anyway. So it's y'all's lucky day. I will fix my flower. I'm just also joking when I act like I'm frustrated by you guys telling me that, because honestly, thank you.
They're calling you out to call you up, as Tanner would say.
Yeah. I kind of want to, like, y'all, I'll nitpick at this. I'm like, let me go in and add some more shading. Let's shade this out. I don't know. I just love to paint. I'll get sucked into painting. That's one thing about me. I'll get sucked into it. I want to add shading at the base of these petals.
Yeah.
There's little lines, but it's not like shaded. Okay. I'm gonna go over that again.
Okay, so we did have someone ask, in your design, can you change the color so that when you do the watercolor, you can have green leaves? With this one specifically, the way that the file is made, all of those little tiny pieces would have to be separate for you to be able to change the color. It would be harder to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely ways you could do it. Like, you could slice it up.
Yeah, there are ways around it, but it would be very, very complicated. And because it is a monoline file, and I know that to explain it to you guys in a way that's not overcomplicating it, they're not easy to make.
Yeah, these
monoline files are not easy to make, because when you create them in like Illustrator or somewhere else, they see that as it's like a vector line. It's almost like you have to, it's really weird. Yeah. You have to do it, and it's just, I don't know how to explain it.
It's a fancy file.
Yeah.
She fancy. Okay. I'm not going to do anymore. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to lay this right here.
Okay. As far as the brush on the actual water pen, if you'll just take it and like back and forth on a piece of paper towel, it will get that extra color off.
Yeah. I am gluing the top first. Okay. She's so cute. And then I have a precision tip glue gun, so I'm just going to go in here around this edge. Not me gluing it closed, you guys. Not me gluing it closed. This is... Oh no, it's just stuck on this one little area. So you've got to be careful smushing it in like that. I think our better tactic would be to lay it flat like this and kind of apply pressure this way. That way you don't accidentally glue it together. So let's try that again. I'm going to flip this over. I'm just going to add the glue all the way around here. You just have to work so fast with a hot glue gun because it will dry. And it's so, you remember how we made it a little bit bigger? It's still so close to like, I could have made it even bigger, you know?
Right.
So you got to get that glue really close to the edge. And you want it to look clean, so I'm going to clean up all those little spider webs. Okay. I'm going to reattach this up here. My glue was not close enough to the border. Okay. Got some blue on here, but it's fine. I mean, that looked pretty cute. Now the bow, I feel like the bow is really like what does it. So we cut our bow already, right? I need to add it to the back of here. I'm thinking that's pretty dry now, yeah. I'm gonna add that to the back here. I don't like that the whites are not the same. That's bothering me. If I was making this and we weren't on a show right now, I would recut this in
a different color.
Literally any color. I would cut it like in literally any color.
Any color, but whites that don't match.
Like there's 3 different shades of white here, and it's killing me. Okay.
Ooh, a baby blue would be very pretty.
Yes, a baby blue on all the inside would be pretty. So I'm just going to add a glue dot right here. I'm going to take my ribbon, just take one end of your ribbon, and we're going to attach it. And then we're going to attach this over top of it. I would do a different color. The color is not cute. But we are fully committed here. And then I'm just going to add, like I said, I don't like to use hot glue here, but I want to make sure that ribbon doesn't come out.
Somebody said use a cutout from the foil.
Oh yeah, that'd be cute.
That would be very cute.
I just want to sandwich this in. Okay. And then for the other one, I have a little bit of an opening because, you know, we just used that ATG. What I'm going to do is just lift this up. And you can actually get like an exact spot. I'm just going to kind of put my finger where that ribbon is. And then I'm going to apply glue there. And we're going to glue the other end, and then we're going to cut this. A little purse. Okay. And then from there, you can kind of hold it taut. Those scissors are actually awful.
I'm pretty sure those are the ones that I got out of the trash because Tanner threw them away, and I just came in and I was like, why are the scissors in the trash?
Yeah, they suck. And then you would just tie it. You just tie it up, and then you have a cutie little card. I love this. I think this is such a cute little handmade gift.
I think it is adorable, y'all. This is so cute, and I can't wait to see you all recreate this. I want to look at it up close. I love the water. I wish that you all could really see the detail in the watercolor, because you have your main lines that still kind of stay, but like adding that water and doing the watercolor, it really elevates it. I would be so happy to receive a card that looked like this.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
I would keep it forever.
Forever.
Forever. Y'all, what do you think about the card? If you have any questions, now is a great time to go ahead and ask those. And if you want to recreate this card yourself, check out the sale that we have going on right now on, not only are we doing a sale on our new tier of membership, MGL Plus, we're still doing the same sale on our regular Makers Gonna Learn membership. Maybe you're like, I don't need all those extra courses right now. I just want to recreate these amazing things that you all are doing on your channel. And yearly membership, maybe just regular yearly membership is for you. You can still get $75 off your regular yearly membership and get grandfathered in at that price, meaning no matter what our price is in the future, your price never changes as long as you stay a member. So make sure you check that out. I think we're also doing half off monthly.
Yeah.
Fun. So maybe monthly is the only thing in the budget for you. And you know what? I feel that. I feel that so hardcore.
Sometimes you just got to do it monthly.
And that's okay.
Until you can commit.
And that is perfectly fine. So we are doing half off monthly as well. Just click that link that we have pinned at the top. No matter what tier you choose, whether it's MGL Plus, yearly membership, or monthly, I promise you're going to get the value out of what you put in with you getting our files. And one thing that I want to make clear, once you are a Makers Gonna Learn member, anything that you create with Makers Gonna Learn files, as long as you are an active member, I don't know if you guys know this, but you get commercial use licensing for every single file that is on our website as long as you are an active member, meaning you could sell stuff like this if you wanted to. Maybe a handmade or a handcrafted business is in your future. Just know that you can sell what you create as long as you are a Makers Gonna Learn member. And the cool thing about it is if for some reason you decide later on down the road that membership just isn't in the cards for you right now, don't worry. You can still recreate or use the files that you have downloaded from us. We don't have a cut file police. We don't come to your house and be like, give us our files back.
Yes.
It's not cloud-based. It is, you do download it on your computer. So we want you to have something to show for the time that you have spent with us. And that's one way that we can do that. And that's how we differ from Cricut Access. I feel like a lot of people they get confused and think, well, if I have a Cricut, I have to get Cricut Access. You technically don't. Cricut Access is pretty much like their membership service where you do get access to more fonts, more files, just like with Makers Gonna Learn. However, once you cancel your Cricut Access membership, you can no longer use those Cricut Access cut files or fonts.
It's no fun.
Even with things that you've already created yourself. With Maker's Gonna Learn, later on down the road, you decide, I can't do this anymore. We understand. We hate to see people go, but we understand. As a thank you for being part of our community and being part of our ecosystem for what time you were, you get to keep those files. Now, it does revert back to a personal use license, so you can't go around and sell stuff. But you still have access to everything.
Yeah, and if you guys sign up for our boot camp and you're not currently members, you will get the files that we use for boot camp this time. We don't always do that, so make sure, click the link if you're watching the replay, or if you are watching us live, Sadie's dropping it in the chat box right now.
Yes.
And you guys can sign up for boot camp.
We are live now. You can always go back and watch replay. If we have the little, I think it's like, it'll show you in the bottom if we're live, or does it show at the top? Oh, it shows at the bottom if we are live, but you can always pause, go back, rewind, watch, whatever, as many times as your heart desires. Same thing with boot camp. I've seen a lot of people say, I would love to be there, I would love to participate, but I work during that time. We get it. We're working, like this is our job. If we weren't literally here, we wouldn't be able to watch either.
Yeah.
So we 100% get it. The cool thing about our giveaways with boot camp is the only thing we give away live is gonna be on Friday. We will be giving away, I'm sure, a Cricut Maker 4 live on Friday. So that is the main one as far as giveaways. You do need to be present to win. The rest of them we actually choose from both
the day before and the morning before the next day.
Both live comments and comments from people who have rewatched, we choose our winner from all of those comments. So just so you know.
Just so you guys know. And we will be back next Wednesday. Also, we have a video going out on Friday comparing the new Maker 4 to the Maker 3 and the Explorer 4 versus the Explorer 3. So make sure you guys watch that on Friday. It's a really good comparison video. And other than that, we will see you guys next week.
Sounds good.